Imagine a vast ancient forest teeming with life. Sunlight filters through the canopy, illuminating a world of vibrant green. Birds call from the branches, insects hum, and hidden creatures stir in the undergrowth. This is a place of delicate balance, where every living thing plays a vital role. Now picture this: the rumble of bulldozers, the crash of falling trees, the once peaceful landscape transformed into a construction site. A new city is being built, bringing with it roads, buildings and people. Progress, some might say, but at what cost? As concrete replaces canopies and human voices drown out the sounds of nature, the forest and its inhabitants face an uncertain future. The animals who called this place home are now fighting for survival in a rapidly shrinking world. Their plight is a stark reminder of the impact of human actions on the natural world. The story of this forest is not unique. All around the globe, wild spaces are disappearing at an alarming rate, cleared to make way for expanding cities and towns. This relentless encroachment on nature has devastating consequences for countless species, pushing them closer to the brink of extinction. Imagine being forced from your home, the place where you raise your young, find food and seek shelter. For the animals of the forest, this is the harsh reality of habitat loss. As trees fall and the forest floor is cleared, their homes vanish. Nesting sites disappear, food sources dwindle, and familiar paths are blocked by unfamiliar structures. The impact is immediate and devastating. Animals are displaced, forced to flee into unfamiliar and often dangerous territory. Many fall victim to traffic, starvation, or conflict with humans as they struggle to adapt to their altered environment. The lucky ones manage to find refuge in shrinking pockets of remaining habitat, but even these are under constant threat. The loss of habitat not only affects individual animals, but disrupts entire ecosystems. The intricate web of life that has evolved over millennia is torn apart, leaving behind fragmented landscapes that can no longer support the same diversity of life. It's easy to think of cities as separate from nature, but in reality, they are inextricably linked. The choices we make about how and where we build have far-reaching consequences for the natural world. We must recognize that the well-being of humans and wildlife is interconnected and strive to create a future where both can thrive. Forests are more than just collections of trees. They are complex The loss of biodiversity weakens ecosystems, making them more vulnerable to disease, pests, and climate change. The health of our planet and the future of humanity depend on preserving these vital ecosystems. We must learn to live in harmony with nature, recognizing that we are not separate from it, but a part of it. The expansion of cities into forested areas poses a grave threat to countless animal species. Some of the most vulnerable include large predators. Animals like tigers, leopards and wolves require vast territories to hunt and raise their young. Habitat fragmentation forces them into closer contact with humans, often leading to conflict and their demise. Migratory birds. Many bird species rely on forests for breeding, nesting and stopover points during their long migrations. The loss of these critical habitats disrupts their journeys and threatens their survival. Amphibians, frogs, toads and salamanders are particularly sensitive to environmental changes. Habitat loss and pollution from urban areas are decimating their populations worldwide. Primates, monkeys, apes and other primates are highly intelligent creatures that depend on forests for their survival. Many species are already endangered due to habitat loss and the illegal pet trade. These are just a few examples of the many animals whose lives are hanging in the balance as cities expand. We must act now to protect them before it's too late. The good news is that it is possible to build cities in a way that minimizes the impact on wildlife and their habitats. By adopting sustainable urban planning practices, we can create urban environments that are both livable for humans and hospitable to nature. One crucial step is to prioritize the protection and restoration of existing green spaces within and around cities. Parks, nature reserves and green corridors act as vital refuges for wildlife and can help connect fragmented habitats, allowing animals to move more freely and maintain healthy populations. Another important approach is to incorporate green infrastructure into urban design. This includes features like green roofs, living walls, and permeable pavements that mimic natural processes, helping to manage stormwater runoff, reduce the urban heat island effect, and provide habitat for wildlife. By embracing innovative solutions and prioritizing the needs of both people and nature, we can create cities that are truly sustainable and vibrant for generations to come. One of the biggest challenges for wildlife in urban areas is navigating the concrete jungle. Roads, buildings and other infrastructure create barriers that can be difficult and dangerous for animals to cross. To address this issue, we can create wildlife crossings such as overpasses, underpasses and culverts that allow animals to safely move between fragmented habitats. These crossings can be designed to blend in with the surrounding environment, minimizing disturbance to wildlife. In addition to physical structures, we can also establish wildlife corridors, which are strips of natural habitat that connect larger areas of protected land. These corridors provide safe passage for animals to migrate, disperse, and find food and mates, promoting genetic diversity and healthy populations. By creating a network of connected green spaces, we can help wildlife thrive, even in the midst of our bustling cities. Section 7. Guardians of the Forest. Our role to play. Protecting wildlife in the face of urban expansion is not just the responsibility of governments and conservation organizations. Each of us has a role to play in becoming guardians of the forest and its inhabitants. We can start by making informed choices in our daily lives. Supporting companies that prioritize sustainability, reducing our consumption of resources, and advocating for responsible land use planning are all steps in the right direction. We can also get involved in local conservation efforts. Volunteering our time to plant trees, restore habitats, or monitor wildlife populations can make a tangible difference in our communities. Education is also crucial. By learning about the challenges facing wildlife and sharing our knowledge with others, we can help raise awareness and inspire action. Section 8. A future shared harmony, not destruction. The future of wildlife in a rapidly urbanizing world depends on our ability to find a balance between human development and the needs of the natural world. We must move away from the notion that progress comes at the expense of nature and embrace a more harmonious approach.